Hello and welcome back to Board Game Acrobat, where today I will be showing you how to play Splendor. Now, I only recently got Splendor and I must say I have been very much enjoying the gameplay, but who wants to read rulebooks? Am I right? So, what you're going to want to do to set it up is, first of all, get out the three, shuffle them up, put them in the middle where everyone can reach, then grab your twos, shuffle them up, put them in the middle where everyone can reach, and finally grab your ones, give them a shuffle, and put them in the middle so it goes 3, 2, 1. You're then going to want to flip over 4 from each set, so it looks a bit like this. I just move this camera a bit so you can see it a little bit more. Then you're going to want to take the noble cards, noble tiles, whatever you want to call them, shuffle them up a bit again, and then you're going to put out as many nobles as there are players plus 1. So say there are 3 players, I'll be putting out 4 nobles. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I put them at the top there. The rest of your nobles you don't need for this game, so you put them back. You then get your coins. The gold coins never change, you always put all of them out. However, all of your ruby coins, how those work is for a 2-player game, you want to only use 4 of each coin. For a 3-player game, like we're setting up here, you're going to want to use 5 of each gem, and then for a 4, if you were doing a whole 4-player game, you'd use every gem, obviously. So let's carry on setting up for our 3-player game. So I'll be taking out 2 of each type and popping them out where everyone can reach them. If you're ever wondering how many coins you need, it is on the second page of the rule book. You can find it quite easily. So then you're all set up and ready to play the game Splendor. So how you play is the youngest player goes first. How the gem works. So these gold pieces are a little different from the rest of the gems, so I'm just going to move them a little bit further away. The rest of the gems, if the pile has 4 or more gems in, you can take 2 of the same gem, and that is your turnover, as you only have 1 action per turn. And if you don't want 2 from the same pile, you can take 3 from different piles. So I would go and take 1 green, 1 red, and 1 blue. And that is how the gem taking works. You're only allowed 10 gems, including golds, in your hand at any given time. Now, I'll just explain how the gold works. So for your 1 turn on your turn, if you wanted to reserve one of the cards, you can take it out into your hand and reserve it, and for reserving it you get 1 gold piece. You then replace the card with its equivalent value from the deck, so that there is always 12 cards on the table. Now, the gold pieces can be used in trade as if they were any other colour of your choice. You get to choose. They count as 1 of any other colour, any other gem. The other way of getting a gold piece is reserving a card from the top of one of these decks. So you do not get to look at it beforehand, but you put it straight to your hand and you get 1 gold. If there is no more in the gold pile, then you can still reserve a card, but you don't receive gold for it. Now, reserve cards just means nobody else is allowed to buy this card now, but you can buy it from your hand into your kind of city at any point as long as you have the stuff for it. Now, how buying stuff works. Say I had 2 green and 2 white. I could buy this card here, as the values along the side is how much it costs to buy. So 2 green, 2 white. So I buy that card, I then have to give back my 2 green, my 2 white. However, now, and I'd have to replace the card in the middle, but now I'd have 1 black which I can use to buy stuff in the future, and that is a continuous thing, ongoing. You don't have to give it back after you've brought it, and that is how you buy cards from the centre. It is suggested that when you buy your second black and that kind of stuff, you put them in front of you like this, making sure everyone can see all of your cards, and it also helps you see how many of each type you've got. When you reserve cards, you're only allowed a maximum of 3 reserve cards in your hand at any one time. The gameplay continues like this. How does a royal visit your city, you might ask? Well, each royal has a certain amount of gems down the side. So that one was a 4 and a 4. This one needs 3 different types of 3. And how that works is, at the end of your turn, if you have enough cards in your city equal to the amount of gems on the royal, so I had 4 blues and 4 greens in my city, at the end of your turn, the royal will come and visit your city and stay, and you'd be getting those 3 victory points. You cannot stop a royal from visiting your city. They must visit if you have the correct amount of gems through the cards. If there are 2 royals that could visit your city at a given time, you pick one of them to come and visit you. And so yeah, gameplay continues like this, and until the first player gets 15 victory points. And victory points are shown on the cards up at the top opposite gem. And when you have enough of 15 victory points, every other player that hasn't had a turn that round, so, where I said the youngest player goes first, then it goes around, and then the youngest player. So if the youngest player was the first person to get to 15, all other players would go. If the second player got 15, the third player would still be able to go, but the youngest player wouldn't. And if the last player in the round got to 15, they would just win the game. And then after this, whoever has the most victory points is the winner. Yeah, right. And that is how you play Splendor. I hope this video helped you out a bit. If it did, make sure you consider to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more board game related information and fun stuff basically. Until next time, share the love of board games.